BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
What's up, guys? Chef Jeff, this dope cooking show. Welcome. It's Tuesday again, 5:30. If you are here and you heard that I had a cooking show and you being nosy because you want to see what I'm doing. Nah, I'm just playing. Welcome to this dope cooking show. Chef Jeff, I'm your host. Hey, what's y'all been up to, right? Last week, we did some cooking. So this week, we're going to do some more cooking. This weather is, I don't know, insane. I don't know what it's doing, but it got me, y'all. Done got me. I made it all the way until February, right before Valentine's Day, and got sick. I didn't really get sick. I got like a little cold. So here's what happened. Told y'all I got fired, right? Well, I got a new job. That new job required me to get some vaccinations, which I hate, but it's part of the gig. So one of them I thought I was going to be able to get around. I had a couple of letters, a couple of notes, a couple of signed documents, but they ain't work. But anyway, so tried to get around it, couldn't do it, so I had to go back and get it. So this particular shot gave me a little cold. So I was like, well, all right. The lady was like, well, you should be fine, just a little soreness. You may get a little sniffle here and there. I should have known then that was a sign that I was going to get a cold. But anyway, I got a little like sniffle, and then the temperature dropped out of nowhere. So I was down working at my buddy's shop. Temperature dropped, it got cold. I didn't have on enough clothes. Normally I have on tons and tons, and then I have, layers, or I have extra clothes in the truck. Well, I had on all my extra layers, and it still wasn't good enough. So I was cold. So that, in combination with this little vaccine that I got a little sniffle. So today, I'm going to give y'all a inside eye on what I do when I get cold, when I get sick, or get under the weather. I grew up as an asthmatic. So in Missouri, when the weather changes, it's automatically going to be asthma season. Flu season for you guys is asthma for me, because it starts with a little cold, then it turns into a sinus infection, then it turns into can't breathe, then it turns into a ER visit, asthma, breathing treatments, steroids, all that kind of stuff. I remember a few years ago, a church I was singing and had an asthma attack on stage. Like nobody even knew. They thought I was worshiping. Made it home to the nebulizer in just enough time before like my lungs like almost like closed where I couldn't breathe at all. Like my fingertips was blue and everything. Like I had to take a trip to the emergency room. It was bad. Very, very bad. But hey, Anyway, that's a story for another time. So yeah, normally it turns into a sinus infection, which it didn't this time, right? So that's good. It means my immune system has been on point and keeping up. I normally have a vitamin regimen that I stay on. Of course, I've been working out harder, so my body, getting jacked up. So this particular time, it just kind of turned. It was like an elongated cold. So I was like, oh, here we go, right? But I'm kind of like on the downswing of it, so I didn't have to go do the emergency room visit. Sinuses are not, too terribly bad, but I keep tea. I stop and get a medicine ball from Starbucks. Now that we can go back to Starbucks, but nothing is better than a pot of chicken noodle soup. So I don't go out and get the cans. I make my own because I'm what? Chef Jeff. A few weeks ago, I had a friend call me and was like, Chef, I need you, bro. I need a pot of chicken noodle soup. The whole family's sick. I was like, what? So my homegirl hit me up and was like, yeah, yo, the whole house sick. Like the baby sick, my husband sick, I'm sick. Can you just make us a pot of chicken noodle soup? Bet, I got you. See that Cash App, I got you. So I gave him one of my pasta chicken noodle soup. Less than a week later, they was back up, back at work, baby, back at daycare. So it's some healing properties to this soup. I'm gonna say, if you let me tell the story, that's how it happened. I think she gave some to her friends too, because I made a big pot. And then her friends were sick. Now they ain't sick no more. So hey, look, I'm gonna just let y'all know, like this chicken noodle soup, something to it. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna show y'all how I do my chicken noodle soup. Everything's from scratch except the bird, right? I normally get some chicken breast and put it in the rotisserie, but another way I do it is I grab the whole rotisserie chicken, Walmart, Costco, wherever you get your rotisserie chickens. Now I have not tried the rotisserie chicken from Costco. I plan on it, but I was gonna get one, but then I seen this. It was almost like a little fight trying to get these chickens. I was like, nah, not today. I ain't even in, I ain't got the energy for it, right? So I go to my trusty Walmart market where I know the guy that does the rotisserie chickens, and he hooks them up every time, like without fail. They consistent as I don't know what. But so we're gonna start with that, right? We're gonna break down some chicken, get that cut up. We're gonna wash our vegetables, cut those up. I'm gonna also show y'all a little home remedy for like some home cough syrup. We'll get into that too. So call your friends, get your notebooks. We finna get cooking. And I'm gonna tell y'all some stories too. So tune in, call your friends, because we on. Okay, we back. As you see, we got our rotisserie chicken on the cutting board. And all we're gonna do is break this guy down. So look, what has happened is I have let this chicken sit in that bag that it come in until it has completely cooled down. And what does that do? It sweats, right? So it makes that meat tender, make that skin able to pull off everything, right? So what we're gonna do is just pull some of the top skin off, and we're just gonna break it down. This is all we doing for this. We're gonna break down it, and it's up to you how much chicken you want to put in there. I'm gonna do a decent little amount because I mean it's me, I like my stuff meaty. So we're gonna pull the chicken off, pull it, break it down, and then we'll cut it up a little bit, right? So now where I go, the lemon pepper, the birds are flavored, right? You got regular traditional lemon pepper. Sometimes it's a hot in there. It's up to you. But for this one, there's my secret. I ain't telling nobody else. I'm just telling y'all. So y'all can keep it secret as long as y'all want to. But this is a lemon pepper flavored rotisserie chicken. Yeah, yep. See, hooked y'all up, put y'all up on game. Lemon pepper. It's injected to the bone. So all of this chicken gonna have flavor, no matter where you pull it from, right? So all you gotta do is just get your chicken off the bone, so that way you have, some edible, some little pieces you can cut down, because we're gonna cut this down, you know. We're gonna leave some of it kind of kind of big, but we're gonna break it down for the most part. We'll get our knife out, cut some of this out. So you see me pulling breast meat. I'm gonna pull some of this leg meat off of here, right? Now what you gonna do with the rest of that bird? I got two dogs. They're gonna get down, right? So what I don't use here will not go to waste. This is quicker, right? For the sake of time. I want, when I don't feel good, I want to feel better quick. So I got a cold cocktail that I get. I get the Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and sinus, right? I get the nighttime and the daytime, so I can feel good at night and in the morning, because at nighttime is when it's the worst, right? For me. I don't know about y'all, but for me, at night, when the sun go down, the air get cooler than it already is, it's when it get worse. So it gets harder to breathe, you know. I got essential oils that I use. I use tea tree oil and eucalyptus. All right. I'm letting y'all in on some of my cold remedies, because I don't be sick that long. Right. I bounce right back. So if you use essential oils, you have a diffuser. I get tea tree oil, peppermint, and eucalyptus, and I let that run all day. Wherever I am, if that's what I'm doing, that's why I let it run all day. So that way I can come right back, in there. I stay in that room, and it's permeating the room basically, and it'll permeate the whole house actually, and get you, back feeling better. Okay. Sniff that. I also get the cold cocktail, which is emergency, right, and the Alka-Seltzer cold and sinus. And if you got a cough, I get Robitussin, CF. All right, CF. It's gonna be hard to find. Why? Because everybody on it. So I use that, and I say I get those. What is it called? Black brain freeze. Um, from Starbucks. I get that tea. And it's called honey mint tea, but I know it as a medicine ball. My homegirl Jasmine told me about that one time. We was all in the quiet room. We was in there getting ready to sing, and she was drinking this tea, and they called it a medicine ball. And I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, it's called a medicine ball. Just pull up and ask for a medicine ball." And sure enough, that's what I do. I'm like, "I need a medicine ball." And sometimes it'll be, oh, we don't have so. And for a while, I had stopped going to get them. I figured out how to make it on my own. Now that's a whole nother episode. I figured out how to make the medicine ball on my own, and went from there. Y'all see what I got going here? Yeah, you see me breaking it down. Yeah, you see me breaking it down. So we got all this chicken meat right off that bird, and it ain't really. I didn't really get into it right, because this is gonna be, a light chicken noodle soup. It's gonna be light, right? It's gonna be a lot of stuff in it, but not a whole lot, right? And I just wanted to make sure that y'all see where my meat source comes from, right? For my chicken noodle soup, we're using a lemon pepper rotisserie bird from your neighborhood Walmart or wherever you pick up your rotisserie chickens. Now, don't be afraid to, experiment, try other things, but this is what I know. This is what I've done. When I made it for my friends, I used a combination because I had two. I had rotisserie, and then I had some chicken breast that I had already, I was using for meal prep, and I went on ahead and threw some of that in there. But it wasn't nothing fancy because I didn't want it to clash, right? You got to make sure you pay attention to all of that. So don't get upset, guys, because that chicken that I didn't use is not going to go to waste. It never does at my house, because I got these puppy dogs that, let me tell y'all something about that Chase. Chase is getting it in, eating like there is no tomorrow. That dude will not back. I'm talking about, if I put that whole thing that y'all seen, the carcass in that cage, it's gone probably within 10 minutes. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to take this chicken, we're going to rough chop it down, right? You kind of just really want to make sure you didn't get any gristle in there, any of the hard parts, right? And you'll know if you in tune with your knife cutting skills, when your knife hit that bone, you'll hit something, right? So I just kind of always want to make sure that mine is, basically cut down, one, and then two, no gristle, bones, or anything like that is in it. We don't want no surprises other than the goodness of the soup. You understand? We don't want no surprises. And you want to do that always. You know what I mean? I'm one of them people chew their food 42 times or more. And so if it's something in the meat, in the food, in the seed, I'm gonna hit it. Because that's just how I am. I don't know where I got that from. I eat slower than everybody else. I chew my food more than everybody else. I be watching y'all. Y'all be sucking y'all food down. I still be chewing. I just take time to eat my food. And another thing that I learned, that it takes about 20 minutes once you sit down at a meal and begin to eat. It takes 20 minutes for your brain to register that you're full, that your stomach is full. So I eat a little slower. So I come up on it full mark a little quicker than some people, because I be chewing my food. Yeah. So look, there we got it. There is our chicken that we're going to put in our chicken noodle soup. Boom. Look at that, guys. See? We got a good start right there. So we're going to throw that in this bowl. This is going to be our bowl for everything, because we're going to put it all. I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. Nah, I'm going to keep it separate. I thought I was going to put all the vegetables and all that in there in the same bowl and put it in the pot, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep it separate. So we got our chicken broke down, cut up. We'll set that to the side. We're going to come back with our vegetables. Of course, we got onions, carrots, celery, parsley, a little rosemary. Those will be our vegetables that we put in. I may put some green pepper in there just because I'm different and I'm special. It's my soup for me because I need to feel better. So anyway, we're going to wash our cutting board, come back, and we'll get to cutting. Guys, we in the kitchen today. We making some soup. He's under the weather, so we finna get back right. All right, on the cutting board, we have celery, we have garlic, fresh peeled garlic, not the stuff in the jar. Fresh peeled garlic. We're gonna cut that up. We got some onions, carrots to go with it. Now I cheaped out. I did a workaround on these carrots, right? Because I'm really ain't a carrot person, but I found these carrot chips, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just use these. But you know, carrots are a part of chicken noodle soup. So we're gonna give our garlic some rough chop right here. All right. Cut our garlic down. You might be saying, "Ooh, that's too much garlic." It's not. I promise you, it's not. About 1 clove of garlic, and it's gonna yield what we need for the soup, plus what we're gonna use for our homemade cough syrup. Oh yeah, show y'all our homemade cough syrup I be using, trying to make up. Yep. TikTok strikes again. So yep, we got our garlic. I'm gonna cut it down some more. Yeah, I like onions and garlic anyway. That's just my thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it. Somebody told me it was good for the heart, so boom, I've been on them ever since. Onions and garlic. Yeah. All right, boom. Got our garlic in the boat. Next up, we got our celery. Now, make sure you wash your celery good, folks. Make sure you wash your celery good, because you never know what be in these little leaves. You know what I'm saying? Never know what be in the stuff coming from the store. You got to pray over it. Then you got to wash it. Then you got to pray over it again. There ain't no telling what these folk doing now. We ain't got access to the FDA. We ain't got access to the World Health Organization. So you got to pay attention to what's going on out here. So that way you don't get caught with listeria. You don't get caught with a recall on something you already got in your house. Did y'all see they stole 100,000 eggs? It's crazy. Like the Hunger Games, we be playing like the Hunger Games, like some of these movies I legit want to go watch now because of some of the stuff that's happening, right? The Hunger Games, you know what I mean? Like, who steals 100,000 eggs? 100,000 eggs were stolen because the price of eggs went up again, which is ridiculous. But that's who y'all voted for. Yeah, it's crazy right now. So definitely got to pay attention to that. Let's see what else is going on, guys. And so I'm just rough chopping the broccoli. You can chop it big, chop it little. It's up to you. I kind of want mine to be bite sized, right? I want to get a little piece of everything on the spoon when I go to dip in that soup. I want to get a piece of everything on the spoon, right? And like I said, it's gonna cook down, so it's up to you how you want to do it. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm pretty pumped up about me starting my new job. you know, been a little minute. Feel like I, ain't been working. It's whew. But anyway, when guys show up and he show out. So I am ready for this journey. I am ready to embark upon what's next. And that's gonna be it on that. That's all I'm gonna say. Everything else gonna work itself out. It always does, and it always has. And that's just that. I will say, pay attention to when these companies say they're gonna run a background check on you, but you know what's on your background check. And if your last name is Junior, the second, third, fourth, fifth, extra, whatever, double check twice. Cause man, I found some stuff on my background check. I was like, I ain't done none of that. Who say what now? So there is somebody in Texas that has the exact same name as me. Born like a year or two earlier, something like that. And it always comes up. And it is just the worst. I'm talking about every time they be like, hey, you I'll be like, nah, run it again and do this. So I always have to double check the spelling of my name, the birth date, and make sure they got the junior on there, the junior with the comma. It's crazy. So yeah, double check your background. all that, man, because it will bite you if you don't pay attention. And man, I'm so glad my kids got their own name. I recognized early that I wanted my kids to have their own identities, their own names. I didn't want a Jeff the third, the fourth, the fifth. I didn't want that, right? Excuse me. So I just made sure that they got their own name. They got their own name to mess up or not. It's on them. Totally on them. Yeah. Crazy out here. So got our carrots in there. We got our celery. We got our garlic. And we're gonna put the all favorite onion in there. Drop my knife. Y'all saw I drop my knife. Hey, quick safety tip. If it falls, let it fall. And however it hits the ground is however it hits the ground. Don't try to catch it. I know my knives are pretty much razor sharp because I sharpen them quite a bit. I got a new sharpener for Father's Day. Man, you can't tell me nothing. My knife be sharp, baby. So hey, if this knife fall, it's got to fall on the floor. Because I'm not gonna catch it and cut my finger, hand off, nothing like that. I've been cut and it ain't fun. And I've cut myself on my own with my own stuff. Like I cut my finger with my own hand. Like, what is that? Yeah, that was terrible. It was a nasty emergency room visit, but it happens. You know, every chef has probably had they have cut themselves or hurt themselves some kind of way. So it happens. But anyway, back to what we're doing. So we got our onion. Gonna put a little bit of that in there. And don't forget with your onions, the layers. You can take off as many layers as you want to make it look pretty. I kind of take off 2 or 3 layers when I do these onions, just because. So yeah, back to make sure you double check everything coming from the store before you get it. You know, when you get it home, before you leave the store, all that, because you never know, man. People be out here doing it's crazy out here right now, and we don't know when it's gonna get better, and we don't know if it's gonna get worse. So you got to stay prayed up and stay vigilant on what enters your house and in your body, actually, because you don't want to be sick at all. I hate being sick. I mean, it's the worst, because I want everybody to be like, hey, look, now just be quiet, be still, don't nobody move, because I'm sick out here. So here's our mise en place. Got our vegetables. I think I'm gonna put some more carrots in there, just because, and maybe some more celery. Why not? Why not, guys? You know what I'm saying? Why not? A little more celery in there. A little more celery. A little more carrots. So anyway, that's what we got going on. Hope you have called your friends and told them that we are making homemade chicken noodle soup, and we are making a homemade cough syrup here in a second. We're going to get the recipe for that. I'm going to let y'all in on that little secret so y'all can maybe put that in your repertoire for later. In case something happens, you got a little cough syrup to at least get you by. Now, this ain't going to be something that's going to knock it all the way out, but it'll subside some of the symptoms to get you through the night, get you to the doctor's visit, you know. So you want something like that. And that's what we're going to get y'all today on this Dope Cooking Show. So we got our vegetables all cut up, right? We got our vegetables cut up. You're going to go to the pot here in a second. We're going to get this thing started. You're going to need some oregano, thyme, and some chicken broth. We got all that. So we're going to get started. Oh, I forgot one more thing, y'all. Y'all let me forget. Parsley. Yeah, we're putting fresh parsley in there. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm glad I just turned around and looked at that. I almost messed up. But anyway, a little bit of parsley. You can put as little, as much as you like. You can chop it up as small or as leave it big, however you want to. I kind of like to get mine real fine, if possible. Because once that broth hit it, it's gonna spread. You don't want it to be too. You don't want to take away too much, right? You just want to make sure that it's in there. Yeah, I was struggling that one day. I'm talking about I could feel it happening. Ooh, I am about to get sick. And I'm ahead of it. Like around this time of year, I know that we're gonna get that one cold week. Now this year been tripping. We've been one cold week, one hot week, one cold week, one hot week. So I never let up, right? Then got a little streak. So now we finna get cold again. And I think this that cold one we normally get in January, where it be like frigid. And then it's like summer for the rest of the week, rest of the month. But we in February, so I don't know. And we got our got our parsley in there. So this is what we got. We got our vegetables and we got our chicken. And we're gonna add our noodles. Now noodles is gonna be a medium egg noodle, right? And we're not gonna cook them before it's time. We're gonna get this soup mix going. Then we're gonna add our noodles in there because it don't take them no time to cook. Right back. Talk to them. Here we are. We back, y'all. Check it out. Got our pot getting going, right? In that pot, we just got a little bit of a tab of butter and a little bit of oil, right? Just to get the vegetables going when it comes time, right? We'll get that in there, and we're gonna go with our vegetables. We're gonna let our vegetables get aromatic. We're gonna add our seasonings. We're gonna add our chicken in, and we're gonna add our broth, right? With our broth, we're gonna use, of course, I got reduced sodium chicken broth because you don't want it to be too salty, right? Reduced sodium chicken broth. And that's it, man. That's it. We're gonna get those in there. We'll get it going, and then we're gonna have us some soup. Whew, man. And we're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. We'll go right on in here. Yep. All them good vegetables in there. Yes. Yep. Clean up as we go. Clean up as we go so we ain't got so much to worry about when the show's over. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. So I went out with my friends to this place, y'all. I think it's called Kiso, is what it's called. Man, it's a sushi spot. Now Jeff don't eat sushi. I don't. And I went on ahead and asked. I was like, "Hey, do y'all got sushi with chicken in it?" And he was like, "Let me ask." He was like, "Sorry, my friend, no roll for you." I'm like, "All right, cool, no problem." I wasn't mad at him at all. I just figured I'd try it out, see what happens. Anyway, went to this place called Kiso, and I had some teriyaki chicken. Oh my god, it was so good. They bring it to you on like a fajita plate. It's sizzling. It's got the onions on the bottom, the teriyaki sauce, the chicken, and you can get white rice or steamed rice. So of course, I mean steamed rice or fried rice. Me, I got to get the fried rice. St. Louis got to the heart, but I just knew it wasn't gonna be what I knew it wasn't gonna be St. Louis style fried rice, right? Of course. So anyway, man, look, I got that thing. I couldn't stop eating. It was so good. Oh my god! I know my friends thought I was crazy, but it was so good. I just couldn't stop eating it. I could not stop. It's in Mansfield. Nice little spot. I'm glad we went because I really enjoyed it. And it was just one of them ones. So yeah, I enjoyed this spot. Now it's up to you. You can add poultry seasoning. I'm definitely gonna add bay leaves because 3 bay leaves make everything better, right? So yeah, when we go to add, we're gonna add our thyme leaves in there. You can use a little or you can use a lot. It's up to you. If y'all can smell what I smell right now, ooh, man, you would know that you was on point. Because this chicken noodle soup gonna be fire when you start putting it all together. But these beginning stages where we sweating these vegetables, it's just sweating, sauteing or sweating. I'm sweating mine, right? We got heat. Let me get over in that pot. Yeah, check him on out. Yes, indeed, we ready. We getting ready in here. So we're sweating our vegetables. We added our little thyme. Yes, we are on the way. We are rocking and rolling with this soup. Let me check out something else. I went to Costco. Yeah. Went to Costco and had a good old time. Me and Doc got the exclusive Costco membership. I don't know if I told y'all that. We got the executive Costco membership. And man, we've been in that thing ever since. Just perusing. You hear me? Walking around, just smiling and looking and seeing how people do at Costco. It's something. It is something. Man, It's different in there. It really is different. I like it. I'm just going to say I like the spot. Um, Prices are comparable to Sam's. Uh, Quality of the stuff is pretty good. I bought some ground beef this last time I went in there, and I made some burgers. Really good. Turned out really good. The quality of the beef was good. I like my beef finely ground, and that's how they had it. So I was with it. We got our vegetables going, and now we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken. Add our chicken in. Add our chicken. Our lemon pepper rotisserie chicken. Gonna add that in there. Yeah. I'll let that cook for a minute. Get it in there, turn it over a few times, and get it all mixed up with your vegetables. Yeah. Y'all get to see one of my toxic traits. Me making too much. I always make too much, no matter how much. Even though like I use a smaller pan, it's still a lot in here. But it's cool though because we're gonna get well off of this. We're gonna be all right. I promise you that. And I mean, it don't hurt. Like you can still, even with this amount, I'm gonna eat off of it, but I'm gonna pull some of it and I'm gonna freeze it, right? Because why not? It's still good. Once you unthaw it, it's gonna even be even better because all of them flavors got to get together and marinate and freeze together. Ooh, when you unthaw it, all you gotta do is add some water. You're gonna put it in the pot, add some water, and it's gonna unthaw and cook down. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be good stuff. So I'm not worried that I made too much because I'm gonna freeze some. Okay. Also, guys, as things are the way they are, you might want to start getting into bug out bags, freezing stuff, buying a quarter cow, half a cow. You might want to split a half a cow with somebody, and get you some meat stocked up on some things. When it's crazy out here, and I hate to say it, we don't know what direction this country is going today. God is totally in control, of course, but we just don't want to be caught tripping. I'm. It's scary at times, but every time I feel afraid, I just start praying because God, you got to do something. This is nuts, right? So, um, and a lot of people may not see it that way, but I do. I'm a church kid. I came up in church, so it ain't too much you gonna tell me that I don't already have not already heard at least once, right? And I just know that you just gotta stay prayed up for real. Moving on along though, we got it all in there. It's all working together. As you see, I have not used much of salt, pepper, anything like that yet. We're gonna do that towards the end. We're gonna season the taste, right? And then too, your chicken broth, depending on what brand you use, it may contain a little salt. That's why I got that reduced sodium. I'm not in it for the salt. I'm in it for the broth, right? So, I like to let all my flavors kind of get together and play, and then add what I need for the flavor for the overall finished taste. Now, I've added poultry seasoning. We've added thyme leaves. Oh, we got to find our bay leaves. 3 bay leaves gonna make everything better. I'm just telling you. I don't know who the person was that came up with bay leaves, but they are a freaking genius. I'm talking about beyond anything. Bay leaf, man, what? 3 bay leaves. Oh, you add your 3 bay leaves, baby. It's all good. So we're gonna definitely add 3 bay leaves. Just 3. We gotta add a whole bunch of them. Just 3 of them. And shoot, it's gonna be all good after that. I'm talking about 3 bay leaves. Yeah. So, um, we got a good simmer going on. We can go ahead and add a little bit of our chicken broth, bay leaves, and get to see what we got so far, right? Now you also want to make sure that you kind of keep an eye on what you're adding, so that way you know if you need to add water, if you need to add more chicken broth, right? You just gotta pay attention. So, told y'all 3 bay leaves. So boom, one. I don't know who came up with bay leaves, where they found them at, where the bay trees at, but thank you because the bay leaves gonna come in handy. It gives it just a certain like a aromatic smell. Oh my god, you know, bay leaves, man. So boom, at this point, you might want to give your chicken noodle soup a taste, right? Just to see what you got. Okay. Um, and if you like it, keep letting it simmer. If you don't, you add more to it. See what goes on from there. Like I said, I'm not in it for the salt taste. I'm in it for the broth. So I'm gonna add more chicken broth right there. And then I'm gonna let it come to a boil a little bit. And then I'm gonna add my noodles. So that's where we at with this thing, right? We're gonna taste it here in just a second because see what we got so far. We might want some pepper right now. You might want a little bit of salt right now. So that's why you gotta taste it right now. See where you at. I'm gonna give me a taste. See what's up. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. You don't need no more water. And that thing don't need no more water right now. Oh, that's good. Already. We ain't even always through. We ain't got the noodles in it or nothing. I'm telling you how this no cooking show, man. We be in here doing it in the kitchen. So let's go ahead and add 2 cups of water. We're gonna add 2 cups of water to this. And then we're gonna let it keep simmering. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and throw, and at this point, you can bring it to a boil. Once it starts boiling like this, you can go ahead and get your noodles ready to go into the sauce. Go into the soup. Get your noodles ready because them egg noodles don't take a long time, and so we want to make sure that we kind of timing this thing to where we got noodles we're going in, and we finishing up fairly quickly. So we're gonna get our noodles ready going there, and then we're gonna go ahead and work on this cough syrup. Be right back. So we're gonna go ahead and add our egg noodles. Like I said, medium egg noodles. Yep. And it's up to you how much you want in there. I'm gonna put a decent size because this is chicken noodle soup. So I'm gonna put a decent amount in there. Yeah, here we go. Let's set on that. I already had some, so I ain't wanna, open no new nothing. So there we go. We're gonna put these in there, stir them up good, and we're gonna cover this and let this simmer until it's done. Right? Talking about chicken noodle soup, man. Chicken noodle soup. This dope cooking show. Homemade chicken noodle soup. This is chef's special recipe, right? Get them well. Chicken noodle soup. We'll put the top on that guy. We'll be back. Okay, so we got our chicken noodle soup working, right? Whew. It don't take much, and it don't cost a lot either, right? I think I spent $35 on all the ingredients that I needed. That's including the chicken. That's why I get the rotisserie bird, right? I ain't had to get the big pack of chicken breast and only, do like 4 of them. I got the rotisserie bird. And that's gonna serve 2 purposes. They're gonna serve for my chicken noodle soup, and my dog's gonna have some on because they're my boys, right? Gotta feed them good. Anyway, so yeah, we're finna get into this cough syrup. And you can find this recipe on TikTok, but just be careful. All of them make the same. But I know this one kind of works. So that's why I'm sharing it with you because I know it worked, all right? So you're gonna need for this 1 red onion, cinnamon sticks, garlic cloves, and some rosemary. You're gonna need a jar, preferably a mason jar. Why do we have mason jars? It's a long story. I'm not gonna tell you right now. Mind your business, okay? But we be doing stuff, right? We be creating stuff over here. We are a content creating family, and we be making stuff, right? So we're gonna need a jar, preferably a mason jar, but if not, this will work too. And honey, raw honey. You need this kind of honey, this guy. Or there's some other ones, but I use this one. I know this one works. I like this one. It ain't weird, none of that, right? So boom. And that's what we gonna use to make this cough syrup. Get your ingredients, okay? Boom. Red onion, rosemary, cinnamon sticks, honey. Let's do this. All right, guys. So we finna build this cough syrup. Okay. And it helps with sore throat as well, too, right? So I just want to keep y'all know that. So we got garlic cloves. What I do with my garlic cloves is, even though it's already peeled, right, we want to cut a few slits in it just so that it can expose the inner garlic. So small little slits. Be careful. I have knife experience, okay? I'm not afraid of it. So you see how I cut some little slits in there? Boom. We're going to do that. The garlic cloves. Now you could cut your garlic up if you want to, but I've never done that, right? So I ain't going to try nothing new. So I'm going to do 3 garlic cloves. Just because. All right. 3 garlic cloves. Now the next thing we're going to do is rosemary. Now you're going to put the rosemary in there whole, just like this, okay? But we're going to wash them off first. We ain't trusting nobody. We ain't trusting nothing from the stove. We're going to pray over it, wash it, pray over it again, and then put it in there. So I'm going to wash mine off. Definitely going to do that. Wash that off. I'm putting 2 of them in there. Now, it's totally up to you what happens. See me drop one? I drop one. Oh, we got to use nothing. So totally up to you how you do it, right? But you want to set it up similar like I'm setting up mine. You don't have to pull it off the stem or none of that. We'll set them down in there. Boom. All right. The next thing is our honey cinnamon sticks. Now these is the cinnamon sticks from the store. Ain't nothing special about them other than they cinnamon sticks, right? Now you can heat these up, put them in your hot chocolate, put it in your coffee, in your tea, let it be in there all day. But for this, we're gonna put it in our cough syrup. 1, 2. As you see, I've used 3 garlic cloves, 2 sprigs of rosemary, and 2 cinnamon sticks. That's what we got so far right now. And then the main ingredient is the red onion. So we're gonna cut this red onion, and you want to cut that in strips if you want to. Cut it in strips would be the best way, right? And then after that, we're gonna fill this jar with this honey and let it sit. And the onion gonna release its antioxidants and all or whatever it releases, and all that. Then we're gonna let it sit. And when we come back to it, it'll be watered. It won't be as thick as it's gonna be with the honey. You'll see what I'm talking about. Well, you may not see it on this episode, but if you're following me, Chef Jeff TX on Instagram, or This Dope Cooking Show on Instagram, follow me so that you can see what happens after we come back to that, okay? That's what you're going to want to see. You're going to want to see that. You're going to want to see that. So we got our onion. Now we can put it in there like that, but I'm going to cut it just like this. So we can put this a half an onion. And put it off in there. Oh, we missed it. Missed it. Mush him down in there. Now we got our soup. It's smelling good in here. That soup smells so good. Oh, y'all missing. Yeah, see? And get closer. We got all of that in there. And we're going to add the honey. And that's it. We're going to put that cover on it and let it sit and it do what it do. And then you'll be able to put a spoon on the top and get you some out. Get you 2 spoonfuls, 2 teaspoons of cough syrup. So you feel a little better. Don't tell nobody I told you, but tell everybody how I told you. This Dope Cooking Show, guys, we are making cough syrup, homemade cough syrup. What other chef does that for you? None of them, because I've been watching. So yes, this is gonna be a homemade cough syrup. That's it right there, guys. We're gonna add our honey to it, and we cover it up. Let's look over here at our soup. We're gonna give it another stir because it's coming along great. Ooh, it's coming along really good, actually. TikTok pot still holding up. I know y'all see it. when we get sick, we be shoving honey down each other's throat. Something fierce, especially them boys. Zeke wasn't feeling good one morning. He was like, "Dad, I need some honey." Oh, go ask your mama. So he be like, "Come here." Put the Doc be like, "Come here, put this honey in your mouth." They toss their head back and she drizzle that honey down their throat. They be like, "Yeah." Guess they feel like they can make it after that. I don't really know, but that's what it is. So as you see, it's gonna work its way to the bottom, right? You just want to keep feeling it until you feel it to the top. Keep feeling it till it work its way. You probably can move some of these onions around. It's clogging it up there to the top. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Get on down there now. Get on in there. Yeah. Of course, you can taste it right now, but it ain't gonna taste like no honey. But after a while, y'all see the church kid come out of me. Boom. There we got it. Put our lid on it. Get tight. And I like to turn it upside down, give it a little shake. Move everything around again one more time, just to check. Make sure we got all the honey covering all the parts. Yep. We got a little gap in there, but it's gonna fill up. See, look. Watch it feel. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna let that kind of settle just to make sure that we got everything in there covered with the honey, and then we're gonna set it off to the side. Homemade cough syrup, this dope cooking show. Check it out. All right, there it is. Chef Jeff's homemade chicken noodle soup and chef prescribed cough syrup. All right, guys, you see it? You see it. Chef prescribed right here. Natural ingredients right there. Natural ingredients. We're gonna let that sit. Follow me, This Dope Cooking Show on Instagram. Chef Jeff TX on Instagram. So y'all can see the results of that homemade cough syrup once it sits for a while, right? We finna get into this chicken noodle soup though. Now, y'all, I almost was gonna make me a we're gonna make a grilled cheese sandwich, but I ain't want that's too much. You know me, I be doing too much sometimes. But grilled cheese sandwich or like a good club sandwich. Ooh, man, are you serious? Like a good club sandwich with this would be good. Or, traditional crackers if you like that type of thing. But for me, I just kind of like the soup by itself. You seen it? You see it? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know it's gonna be good, but you gotta know it's gonna be good because you got to eat it. Here's to you. I could feel me getting well just from that one spoonful. I could feel it. You understand what I'm saying? I could feel it. All right, guys. So look, it's up to you. You can add pepper. Let me get you this one too. You can add a little bit of cayenne pepper, just a little bit, give your soup a little kick on the back end. It's up to you. Be adventurous or not, be safe or not. It's up to you. I did not add none this time because I gotta make sure everybody can eat it right. If it was just me, I'd put some in there and I'd take the heat because I know that's gonna help with my bronchial and all of that. Being an asthmatic kid and learning different things that help you feel better over the years, you just kind of know what to do in seasons and instances like this. For me, I just kind of know like I'm gonna be sick for a few days or I'm gonna be down. I'm not gonna feel as well, right? The combination of the shot, the weather change, me being out in the elements kind of all hit me at once. So just one of them things like, hey, I need a little soup. It's gonna get me through. Always, always, always stay up on the fluids. Water is number one. Doc laughs at me because I'll be like, "Yeah, any water?" And I'm pointed out her father likes to watch westerns, and somebody that gets shot and they'll give them some water and they'll be fine, right? But that kind of that kind of turns out to be true. Water is a source of a lot of stuff. So, if you're thirsty, if you feel like, oh my God, I'm thirsty, you're already dehydrated. I learned that from a nurse. Tidbit of information, take it, do what you want, but always stay hydrated. That's the fastest way to get rid of anything that's going on as far as sinus infection, cold, things like that. Some things just have to run their course, but sinus infection, common colds, regular colds, get you some. Stay up on the emergency. Keep that in your house at all times. Like, what are we talking about? Multivitamins, stay on them, and water. You'll feel a lot better. I'm finna get into this soup. I'm finna get cozy, put my PJs on, turn on me some on the TV and eat the soup. And I'm gonna catch y'all next week. I'm about to eat. I'm gonna feel better, so we're gonna do something else. I'll catch y'all next time.